What's going on, everybody? Thanks for watching another one of my videos. I'm here at the Vermilion Cliffs and more notably the Navajo Bridge. I think this is one of the only crossings over the Grand Canyon, and I've been up in this area before, but what I'm doing on this trip is I'm just going to a couple new spots that I haven't been to and using some roads that I've never been on. Most times you just hit this right here, which is 89A. Takes you up to Jacobs Lake. If you go through past Jacobs Lake and back down the other side, you come out in Fredonia in that area. And what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go just past here and around these big Vermilion cliffs behind me and peel off south and then get down on the north rim of the Grand Canyon on the far east end of it. Camp there tonight. There's some clouds in the sky. Keep my fingers crossed that it doesn't rain. But at the same time, I'm going to play around with the cameras and try to do some time-lapse photography and see how that works out. So keep my fingers crossed that I do it correctly. And then from there, we're going to take some back roads up to the Kaibab Plateau, which is the big area way past the Vermilion Cliffs here, up where basically the north gate for the north side of the Grand Canyon is. And it's well worth it. If you guys have never been out this way, I would say plan to do the north rim. The south rim is too Disneyland. It's too crazy. It's neat, but it's a hassle. If you're a four-wheel camper person like me, or even a camper, you're gonna want to do the north rim more than you're gonna want to do the south rim. So hang with me. Hope you enjoyed this video, and let's get back at it. Back to you guys in the studio. All right, everybody, we are at the jump off point. I am currently just about somewhere right between Jacobs Lake and Lee's Ferry. The last little clip I showed of you was at the Navajo Bridge. I've cruised along a little bit, and back here behind me is the notoriously gorgeous Vermilion Cliffs, which I'll be up on top of in about 2 days. And then what we're going to do is we're gonna head out this way behind me here, and we're going to go down along this lower plateau and catch up to the very sort of beginning edges of the eastern side of the Grand Canyon. Now, I've never been through this section before. I've been up on the Kaibab, which is what we're going to do tomorrow. So this rim up here, that's the Kaibab Plateau, and that's where normally you would enter into the north rim portion of the official Grand Canyon National Monument Park up there. And there's also all kinds of trails and other places. I did a video about a year ago when I first got my truck where I went to Jump Up Point, which is on the far west side of the other side of that plateau where it drops back down. So plan is there's a little bit of storms on the south side of the rim. I'm gonna get out here, maybe I think it's about 37 miles or so. I'm gonna just cruise it, take some video and enjoy it. I'm gonna set up right on the edge. I'm looking to do a time-lapse photography tonight of sunset plus maybe some storm action, we'll see. And then tomorrow I head up through these hills back over here Takes me up to about 8,200 feet onto the Kaibab. I'll spend a night up there. We are going to have a new moon over the next 2 nights, so it's going to be perfectly black sky. So I'm going to do some star photography as well. And then on the last day of the trip before I head home, I am actually going to be up on top of the Vermilion Cliffs there, and I'm going to go over to a place called White Pocket. It's real close to the wave, and I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm going to get aired down a little bit. The road looks pretty decent so far, but who knows in another mile if it gets really bad. So going to probably air down, for me, big truck and everything, I'm going to air down into like about the 40 to 45 pound range, put it in 4 high, and have some fun. So ride along with me. Thanks, guys. All right, we're all set. I got the front tires at 40 pounds, the rear tires at 45. I'm going down this road for about 30 miles to a point that should be fantastic. The storms are holding off for right now. I think we're pretty good. So let's go have a fun run. All right, guys, maybe 10 minutes into the run so far. I just got in the car from grabbing my other camera, so a little out of breath. But it's not a bad road. There's no bad washouts or anything. It's pretty smooth. You know, a little bump here and there. It's definitely not maintained. So, and then I could see if you were out here in possible stormy weather, you could get held up a little bit. It's one of those roads that's kind of got a fine layer of silt on top. So once that silt gets wet, it's like peanut butter and ice mixed together. But if you were able to wait for 35, 45 minutes and let that water soak down into the ground, then that surface becomes manageable again. So, so far so good. Enjoying this quite a bit. And I'll talk to you guys in the future. All right, guys, came across my first section. It's not really sketch, but what I'm finding up here is there's a lot of, the dirt is loose. And a lot of these little ravines, I mean, they get a lot of water up here. So here's a ravine, comes right down through here. It's really good. And then what I've noticed is, I'm coming back up the hill here. You can see that there's some pretty gnarly spots from somebody else came down through here. So all this dirt is kind of soft. I got to come down this hill a little bit, slightly off camber, and a little bit of the top layer isn't super packed, so I might slide just a little bit. So, and then all this dark stuff right here, that's actually flood push out. So this whole creek bed, when I'm down here in the bottom of the creek bed, that's at about 4.5 feet. So I mean, they get some really incredible amounts of water that push through here. So I'm gonna come down up off of here, keep it pretty straight, probably just come in a little bit from the left there and then come across. Really shouldn't be a big deal, but anything like this, especially when you're traveling alone, take the time just to get out and kind of walk it, and just so you totally understand it before you come running down it. All right, let's give this thing a run. All right, first update of sort of taking a gander of this part of the canyon that I've never driven up to. So just came over the rise. You'll probably see it on my dashboard cameras. But this, my friends, is what I came out here for. Holy moly. This is beautiful. And do you hear that? No, either do I. I don't hear a side-by-side. I don't hear a gunshot. I don't hear knuckleheads playing Oompa Loompa music. I don't hear anything except nature, a little bit of a breeze. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is just a quick stop. First peek at what we're gonna look at. I'm sure everything else is just gonna get better and better. So thank you guys for watching. If you're liking the video so far, hit like. And like I always say, if you're absolutely hating this video, if this is so not up your alley, please, please, please leave me a comment and tell me how horrible this video is, because I love those comments. All right, let's get back on the road, folks. This is getting good. Yes! This is probably my most epic spot yet. I'm absolutely in love with this place. This is absolutely amazing. Woo! All right, you guys, I'm here. It's amazing. There's a bunch of little birds whipping around that probably haven't seen people or a car in a couple months or so. So they're super curious about me and they're buzzing me. And it's really cool. I don't know if you can see it right down there. The river actually goes down into the main canyon then. This is kind of a tributary part of the canyon where I'm at. I'll drop a pin for this spot. It took me about 2 hours. That's including me stopping and filming here and there. So if you just got on it, you could probably get down here in an hour and a half once you come off 89A. But holy moly, I didn't know what to expect, but this is even more than I expected. So I'm gonna find a good level spot for the camper, start getting set up, and I'll get back with you guys in a little bit. Camp for a little bit. The sun hasn't set actually, but there's a big storm cloud out to the west. The sun has set behind that cloud, so perfect temperature right now. It's a little bit windy, so the sound might be a little bit rough. I apologize. It's gorgeous right now. The temperature is perfect. I feel like it's got to be in the upper 70s, mid 70s. It's going to be very impossible to see, but up here on that rim of land, that's the Kaibab Plateau up there. And when I was looking at my maps a couple 4th of Julys ago, I was almost straight across from here, sitting up there looking back out this way. So totally looks different when you're actually here than when you're up on that cliff. So really, really amazing. So beautiful. Temperatures are perfect if you come out. It's the last day of August. Tomorrow's first day of September. Temperature is a little warm in the afternoon, but literally it was never like stifling hot. So if you're planning to come out, I thought it might be busy out here. It's Labor Day weekend. I thought I'd be fighting for spots or might see some other people out here, but I haven't seen anybody yet. So absolutely gorgeous. Can't believe I'm only staying the night, but I am gonna start heading up on the plateau tomorrow. Might get some star photography in tonight. These clouds are iffy. We'll see what they're gonna do in the next few hours. All right, catch up with you guys in a little bit.